Sup, guys. We're here for the TheCouncilNetwork. We're going to be talking about some Smackdown, the good, the bad. And before we get started, let me just quickly say I know the past 2 weeks I've kind of been flaky about it. Last week I had a family emergency. The week before it just kind of was like I had no time because I was prepping for Comic-Con New York. I know that's not an excuse, but I'm sorry. But it feels good to be back to this, so let's talk about it. So first match was Bray Wyatt versus Kane. I was kind of like, it feels like what we had on the pay-per-view. But that's not a bad thing. Kane got a little busted open, and Randy Orton cut a great promo with Bray. It made him look psychotic. It made him look like a Predator versus Predator on a Prey thing. I absolutely loved it, and I thought it was great. The match itself, I didn't really care for the ending because I hate, finishes that don't really finish just to set up for a pay-per-view that's on Sunday. I'm sorry, that's just my opinion. But regardless, it was still pretty good. Then we get to Baron Corbin and Jack Swagger backstage segment. I will say this much. Go Baron Corbin. Go. Push that heel. Push it. And the second match made me scratch my head because they announced it as a, number one contendership for the women's title. And I was like, wait, Alexa Bliss already earned that. Why are you saying that? That makes no sense. It should just be a match because, competitiveness. And it was Alexa Bliss versus Nikki Bella. And at first, I wasn't really feeling the match. I was like, I'm kind of pissed because it kind of feels like they're just going to put Nikki into the title again. And it's not that she doesn't deserve it, but people are getting behind Alexa Bliss. And she's newer. They need to push her. Because if you push her strong now, it's going to pay off later. It's kind of one of those things. Nikki's already established, so Carmella joins the commentary team, which was pretty damn funny. And when Nikki ducks a clothesline from Bliss, and Nikki applies the waist lock, and basically they just end up out the ring, and she throws Alexa Bliss into Carmella, which then leads into a DQ, which Nikki Bella basically gets the win. But then that leads to another match that has, of course, because they're beating the shit out of Nikki Bella, Becky Lynch comes out, and that just gives us Nikki Bella and Becky Lynch versus Carmella and Alexa Bliss. I said this before, I'll say it again. I think Alexa Bliss is probably the greatest heel female wrestler on the roster right now, because not only does she do what she does right, but you're cheering for her at the same time because she's doing a great job on it. And if you're just a Harley Quinn fan, you like her for that, I guess that's okay too. But Carmella and Alexa Bliss picked up the win, which is great because it made them look stronger. You beat the women's champion, you pinned her, you make Alexa look like a real threat. You don't make it look like a squash match, you make it look like a threat, something I want to see. And like I said, then we had the Bray Wyatt and the Orton thing. Of course, the Susan G. Komen charity. That was nice, of course, it's the month for it. And then the Vaughn Villains versus the Hype Pros. I'm not going to lie, I really just wasn't into the match because the Vaughn Villains are kind of just under the rug where the Ascension are. People just don't care about it ever since they accidentally, hurt Enzo at one time. Yeah, it's not really a situation that a lot of people are still happy about, and it proves it here when the Hype Bros go over because they are the faces, and just is what it is. We get Miz, hyping up this thing with Dolph Ziggler, and the rumor is that Dolph Ziggler is going to lose, get repackaged, and come out as a new, kind of wrestler. I think it's good. I'm not going to lie, because he keeps calling himself the show off, but he's not really showing too much off. I'm not trying to sound like I'm hating. Guy puts on a great show. He's a great worker. I've said it before. And then the Miz has the Spirit Squad come out. Okay, I can't believe I'm saying this. Legit, The Miz is probably the best heel they have on, promo-wise, the best heel they have on SmackDown. Oh, wait, no, that's AJ. I'm sorry. The Miz is great at what he does, don't get me wrong, but no one's going to top AJ in my opinion. Again, my opinion. But The Miz says if the career was as bad as Dolph Ziggler's, he would have quit a long time ago. And Ziggler's not God and calls Miz an ass face. I love the conversation piece that they were having and everything. I can't wait to see the match, how it turns out. Because either which way, hey, if Dolph wins, he gets a title. If not, we get a repackaged Dolph. They're not going to let Dolph go like that. I don't really see him really retiring from the WWE. It's kind of dumb, to say the least, because he was talking about, doing charity with the kids, and it was just grabbing at your heartstrings. That's pretty much what he was trying to do. Jimmy and Jey Uso versus the American Alpha. I love American Alpha. The Usos, I'm sorry, I still can't get over the new gimmick of them being heels. It just feels so weird. They come out looking like they belong on a rap album. I know I'm probably sounding like I'm hating, but it's fresh for them, because otherwise they just kind of feel like they were there. Now you're just paying attention to them not because they're going after Heath and Rhino, but because they changed their characters up. It's fresh. It's new. And the match was great. Go American Alpha. I love you guys. Gotta say that much. Randy Orton putting Bray Wyatt inside that chamber thing, for the locker, whatever you call those things, it was fantastic. I loved it. And of course we have pretty much our card for No Mercy, which is The Miz versus Dolph Ziggler, title for career pretty much. Randy Orton versus Bray, I can't wait to see that. Nikki versus Carmella, Becky Lynch versus Alexa for the champ. Heath Slater and Rhino versus the Usos for the tag team titles. AJ Styles versus Dean Ambrose versus John Cena in a triple threat. I don't see Cena winning. I see AJ going over. As much as I want Ambrose to regain the title, I want AJ to have it for a little while, to be completely fair. And of course, finally, after all this time, Kurt Hawkins is making his in-ring return at No Mercy. And I'm just kind of like, okay, I don't remember you, because it's probably that time I wasn't watching wrestling, but okay, let's see what you got. So, Swagger versus Baron Corbin, I didn't really pay attention to it because Swagger won. I'm not trying to hate on Swagger, I'm all for building up, the lowest of the low, making him look strong, but I think Baron Corbin deserves better. I don't think it's a rivalry for Baron that is going to work. It doesn't interest me. It just kind of feels like meh. It's got that Ryback versus Kalisto feel again, where you don't really feel invested. It's just too early to feel. And finally, the AJ Styles, Dean Ambrose, John Cena ring whole thing. San Diego, the champ, is here. The land of opportunities and whatnot. The promo cuts, I enjoyed it. It is what it is. And then, of course, Ambrose holding the title up. I don't see him regaining it. I kind of hope, but I just don't see it. I really don't. As I said before, tomorrow is officially Comic-Con New York, and we will be recording if we can there, as much as we can. I will be there this time, which is always nice. So I don't mean to keep these videos fairly short, as they typically are usually 10 to even 15 minutes. But because we're preparing for that, because we have an actual video shoot later today, because we want you to have the videos with the quality that we want to bring to some degree, because we're still trying to, figure this shit out for the network, to say the least. I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. It means the world. Thank you for tuning in as you do. And I will see you on the next video as always. Till then, I'm going to go sleep. Peace.